It's the news today. It's snowing, it's cold, and it seems to be falling for a good amount of time today. I'm here with Brett McCrummon to tell us a little bit more about this snowfall.
Well, the snowfall is not going to end anytime soon as we go ahead and take a look at our high-resolution forecast, set this into motion for you, and show you that the snow showers will continue across the area. We're taking this into Monday afternoon. And we're going to see areas of blowing snow, also some dangerous wind chill temperatures, 20 to 35 below zero. The cold not going anywhere as well. Let's take a look at our snowfall forecast for Billings. We've got 5 different models here, and as we show you, take this through to Tuesday at 5 p.m. We're looking at anywhere from 3 to about 9 to 10 inches of new snow. I think 8 to 10 inches for the Billings area is possible, and we'll have to see over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll have your complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Brett. And as far as Montana Februaries go, this one has been exceptionally cold. And for many area ranchers, the calving season has been unusually different. Russ Thomas has the story of a Bitterroot rancher who's not getting much sleep these days.
In less than 1 week, Stevensville Sutherland Farms Red Angus owner Bob Sutherland will hold his annual production sale. Bob needs as many calves as possible to generate income. Right now, Bob and his family's full focus is on making sure their calves survive the harsh late February cold.
We try to do it so that we don't have any frozen ears and tails, because we're in the purebred business, and you want to sell bulls with all their components.
Thanks to several bitterly cold calving seasons in the last 6 years, the Southern family has become used to the drill of long nights where time is of the essence, though it doesn't get any easier with each frigid February. Now, this guy right here is about 3 hours old, but it looks like he's going to be fine. But Bob says if they don't check about every hour and a half throughout the night, there's a good chance they could lose one.
You've got them confined and calving tight. They get stepped on, laid on, different things. Also, if you get tied up checking one batch of cows and don't get back quite in time, you'll lose one just because you didn't get there in time and they just get too cold.
A new addition to the ranch is helping save calves that may not have survived otherwise. 2 years ago, Bob built this barn that has come in handy, especially over the last couple of weeks.
You get them in there, they're warm, and then like now we can bring our calves in there and just lay them in there, and they dry off.
The barn even has an incubator to expedite the warming process. Sutherland says that as he's gotten older, especially in light of the number of recent frigid Februaries, he sometimes wonders why he continues to do this. So when I asked Bob, so why do you continue to do this, the answer came out quickly and assuredly.
I got another generation or two that's coming up that likes the cows and the farm. I've worked my whole life to get what we've got, and I hope to pass it on to them.
In Stevensville, Russ Thomas, MTN News.
In other Montana news, what some say is the single greatest issue facing the dentistry industry may get fixed by a bill in Congress, making health and dental insurance work better for consumers. Senator Steve Daines talked about the Competitive Health Insurance Reform Act at a Vetus group on Wednesday. He met with dentists and others involved in the industry. Dentists say they are faced often with fixed prices, no recourse, and no federal oversight. The Competitive Health Insurance Reform Act would change that by taking away federal antitrust exemptions for health and dental insurance companies. Daines says President Obama supported the bill, and now President Trump backs the legislation, which has bipartisan support.
The issue was that nobody in the Senate introduced this bill, and I'm not quite sure why. Sometimes what's obvious isn't always done. This is a bill that I'm leading with Pat Leahy, who is a senator from Vermont, and what this does, it removes that exclusion and really returns pricing now to the free markets and the competition. When we do that, you see lower prices, higher quality, better outcomes. It's time for the Senate to take action and get this passed.
The House passed its version of the bill 4167 in March of 2017. The United States Air Force came to Billings to play some big band music this afternoon. U.S. Army veteran and Crow tribal member Newton Old Crow presented the colors. The U.S. Air Force Academy Falconeers are an 18-piece jazz ensemble, and the performances help highlight the Air Force and the Academy. The members say there's just something special about being part of a military band.
I can't speak for the other bands, but I know this band really is true to my heart. I love these men and women who serve our country every day, and it's a lot of fun. Our job is to honor, inspire, and connect. Take the Air Force uniform to communities that may not see it on a day-to-day basis. Bring the military uniform to the public and represent the Air Force.
Billings is the final stop for the Falconeers' week-long tour, which also included Missoula, Butte, Helena, and Bozeman. The movie industry honors its best at the 91st Academy Awards tonight. The Babcock Theater here in Billings started showing films about the time the Oscars started. Q2's David J. talked with Babcock management about movies in Billings.
Fans enjoy a film at the Babcock Theater.
For over 100 years now, film has been a central part of our culture, particularly here in America.
Matt Blakesley runs the Babcock, which started showing movies again in November.
We love stories. It's always been a part of our humanity, and so film is one of the best ways to share stories that we all can connect with. A room full of strangers come and laugh, be scared, have joy, and experience those things. There's something magical about coming to the cinema together, and so that really is not going anywhere.
And it may be even more magical at the Babcock.
People love the nostalgia of the Babcock Theater, and so many people are coming to films here, bringing their kids here for that nostalgia piece. Maybe they don't even care as much about the movie, but it's just the experience of going to a movie at the Babcock that they love so much.
Matt Blakesley also runs things here at the Art House Cinema and Pub. He says the experience is similar. The fans want to come here for that theater experience on the big screen, but he says he tries to find a different type of film for this theater.
When we started Art House, we started it because there were so many Oscar-nominated films that we never saw here in Billings. Art House is, smaller budget indie films, foreign films, documentaries.
Blakesley says films are made for the big screen with big sound.
There's something truly special about that cinema experience, and so I think more and more people are experiencing that and wanting to be a part of that for sure.
And he says whatever the technology, movie fans have always liked the theater.
No matter what technology you have at home or in your pocket, you cannot replace the experience of cinema, which is mainly more of the community aspect, a room full of strangers. We're in here at the Babcock for the long haul. We're in Art House for the long haul because we believe this is going to continue to be a staple of what film, art, and culture brings to a community.
David J., MTN News, Billings.
Blakesley says watching the Academy Awards can be also more special at a theater, and the Babcock will host an Oscars party tonight. Well, thanks for watching the 5:30 news here on Q2. Growing a beard during the cold weather is something that's very popular here in Montana, but one of our very own MTN reporters is growing one for a cause. We find out why after the break. Later in sports, we go back to Missoula, where the Grizz men and Cats women still reign supreme after 2 more rivalry wins.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.